Meet us around the front of the office in 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do. Finished off our little doobie. Round we go. Expecting a Porsche, similar to that of what's his name, Dr. Hook. Captain Dr. Hook. Captain Hook. Captain Hook's Porsche.
Oh, Bedders.
Oh, Bedders.
Allaby Bedders in bits. And welcome to In Bits with Allaby Bedders from Ideal Noise Studios in London. I'm Matt Allaby.
And I'm Mark Bedders.
Hello, Mark.
Hello, Matt.
How are you, mate?
I'm very well, man. How are you?
I'm good. It's podcast time.
Podcast time. Let's do this. Drinking a lovely glass of stout.
Yeah, we're on stout this evening.
Lovely, rich, chocolatey.
Another UK-centric drink, I guess.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Irish.
I've never seen it anywhere else. Yeah, it's Irish.
Isn't it Irish?
I think so. It's Celtic in some way.
Some kind of rich, chocolatey Irish drink.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I mean, the Americans, of course, have got stouts, but I'm pretty sure they copied it from us.
They did. My grandmother's Irish. It's probably offensive to our American listeners.
Only in Boston. So, Mark, we had a bit of a poll set up from the last podcast.
Yeah.
Because you were a naughty potty mouth.
I was. mouth like a docker.
Yeah, and swore a little bit.
Yeah.
So we set up a little a poll for your punishment.
Yep.
What were the options again for people to vote on?
Yeah, so we kind of laid down a poll with...
you had to do a task, eventually. Essentially.
So I had to do a forfeit as a result of me swearing literally on the first link after being told not to swear.
Correct.
Okay, so the first option was order beer in underpants from our local shop.
That was never my favourite. Go on, what was the second one?
So the second one was to go to our local pharmacy in Peckham and order stimulating love gel, but obviously with you directing me over the phone.
Yeah, as your partner.
As my partner, which we were going to word it
Which
as.
was always, I thought, going to be better because this is an audio medium.
Yeah, it's always
the
going to
other
work
one was
better.
going to be very visual.
Yeah.
And it was going to be over in 2 seconds. You were going to order some beer. The guy was going to look at you a bit strange, and you're going to walk out.
And that was that. It was just going to be a video on our Facebook group.
So we were very happy when, what was the result?
Well, the final count, ladies and gentlemen, was 36% order beer in underpants compared to 64% stimulating love gel.
Excellent.
We had some interesting comments on the feed below it, though.
Please tell me, because I haven't read these comments yet.
Jay Humperdinck said, I think you should combine the two and make him order stimulating love gel in his underpants whilst taking instructions from Matt over the phone.
Right, that's great. We didn't think of that.
Mark David Herbert wrote, neither of those...
All right, Herbs.
Yeah, all right, Herbs. Herbo. Mark wrote, neither of those looks like a punishment for you, Mark. I reckon you'd enjoy both of them.
He's got a point.
Yeah. I don't know. Ordering beer in my underpants in a shop might be a stretch too far for me, even me. But my dear friend Jody wrote, I reckon he does both of these things regularly anyway.
It's possible.
Yeah. So,
I mean, the result of this is coming up later in the podcast.
Indeed.
We recorded it over Skype, so we'll just throw that in at some point after a track in the podcast. It turned out well.
It turned out, I mean, it could have gone either way, and it was all depending on, I guess, who was working that night and how fun they were.
That's
really.
Exactly it. And we weren't sure how this was going to work out. It could have been over in a minute or 30 seconds.
Yeah. So even before, when I got out the shop, I had to kind of assess, okay, well, who's working? Does it look like they're going to be...
Let me ask you, because this is not addressed in the actual link itself. How was it? How did you feel doing it? Don't give anything away that happened.
Well, no, I think You personally have said you couldn't do this because you squirm too much. But as you know, I have very little shame in terms of talking in public.
Mark has a superpower, which is not getting too embarrassed about embarrassing situations for some reason.
And as a result, embarrass you very often by saying things.
Yeah. And occasionally Mark will talk too loud in public. And just say things.
Yeah. But even
which could get us killed.
Yeah, that has happened a few times. But even this, Matt, when I was outside the shop, I was somewhat nervous about it because I just thought, actually, if I get the wrong person, this could be really awkward.
Well, it worked out great, and we're going to be playing the result later on in the podcast.
Yeah, I didn't get arrested.
We didn't get arrested. That was another worry that Mark was going to get thrown out by security or something. But no, it worked out well. Also in the podcast, we've got a really great link that we recorded in the summer about Burning Man. So
yeah.
And we wanted to fit it in. We didn't manage to get it into a earlier podcast. So yeah, if something comes up and it sounds like we were talking from a couple of months ago, that'll be the reason why.
You'll now know. Which, by the way, hope you all had fun at Burning Man, you bastards.
Burning Man. Burning Man. And other than that, we should, let's do a bit of news right off the bat. The third part of my S.W.I.M series, so S.W.I.M EP Part 3 is going to come out on Nano Records 29th of October.
Just to recap, Matt, for those who maybe didn't know before, what does S.W.I.M stand for?
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Someone who isn't me.
Someone who isn't me. Awesome.
And to display that on the artwork, there's been several faces who aren't me. Who's on S.W.I.M Part 3, Mark?
That's embarrassing. I don't want to.
It's only Bedders.
Bring up that my modelling debut.
He looks good.
Well, the first two were rather sort of attractive, modelly sort of ladies, weren't they?
And they were good, but they were a bit too modelly,
a bit too good looking, if anything.
Yeah, let's get someone
a bit more rough around the edges.
Been around the block a few times. So we got old Bedders on the artwork. Looking like a sexy android.
Yeah, when that comes out, just know that's my ugly mug on that artwork.
So it's out 29th of October. I'm very proud of this one. There's 2 original Allaby tracks and a remix, which we're going to play next. We're going to play another of the tracks later on in the podcast. But what are we going to play right now, Mark?
We are going to play the Ben Coda remix of, a track called Rascal, which I've been playing from you for quite a few years now. It came out a few months ago. Ben's done an amazing job on this one. This is the Ben Coda remix of Rascal.
Let's give it a spin.
Sexy. I'm Gerard the Labrador. I've just licked peanut butter off my master's balls. I'm listening to Allaby Bedders to help take my mind off what just happened. Woof.
Bedders?
Matt.
I'm gonna try and bring the energy down a little bit now.
So we're gonna bring it right down.
You know why, though? Because we like to start strong. We like to come in with the first link.
High energy.
We did have an aged Negroni before we started to get the energy levels up.
Our tops were off.
But I listened to the last podcast. Well, I listened to it while I was editing it.
Sure.
So I listened to it a few times. And I was just ridiculously high energy. I don't know what it was.
Just too high.
I was just so... And I was just like, just calm down, man.
Calm down.
That's not actually the way you are most of the time.
I mean, it is. I'm quite...
Is it?
I mean, why are you saying is it? I'm friends with you.
Am I not like this? Like,
no,
chill?
You're not like some kind of audiobook narrator.
Oh, fuck it then. No. I would like to do a link just a bit more chill because, I don't know, it annoyed me a bit. I was like,
was it just because you were feeling a bit fragile when you were listening to our podcast?
It might have been that. You never know. I'm a sensitive man.
Anyway, I'm liking it. Let's keep on this energy.
A nice deep radio
How's
voice.
my chilled voice?
Pretty good.
You might recognise this track from Elvis Costello and his deep swing band. This is called Deep Velvet.
We're not playing Deep Velvet.
Okay.
Who was that, by the way?
I don't know.
Okay.
But that was a lady from Desert Island Discs.
What was her name?
On Radio 2, Kirsty something.
Yeah. Not Kirsty Alley, the famous Scientologist.
Hello there, I've got a slightly Edinburghian accent and I talk like that, quite relaxed all the way through.
Very nice.
Thanks. Carry on anyway with your story.
Yeah, so Yeah, so my lovely little daughter is almost a year old now. No, I just noticed something recently because she's talking a lot now, but obviously not talking properly.
She's forming sounds and...
Yeah, sure, she's checking it out, but she talks a lot. She's good. And I think I've been writing down some of the things she says.
Oh.
So I just want to put a couple to you because I believe really she is actually saying real things.
Oh, 100%. Was she starting to
No, she's
now?
putting not whole paragraphs together, but like a couple of words that makes sense because
with things that are in her head, she's saying in her head.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say, Mark, is I believe she's probably hyper intelligent. Why wouldn't she be?
Of course.
And so now you can have an opinion. I'd like to ask your opinion on whether, because she said these things, like absolutely 100% she said these words.
Okay.
And I made sense of them, obviously. Why wouldn't you? So what I'm saying to you is she's a very intelligent girl who can already pretty much talk but can't quite fit sentences together in the right order yet.
Yeah.
But she's saying sentences. Mm-hmm. The other option is she's talking absolute bollocks and occasionally she says a word.
Let's go with saying sentences.
All right. I'm going to tell you a couple of these. The first one is Nimitz Barbecue. Now,
Nimitz Barbecue.
Now, the Nimitz, I believe, this is going off memory, was the largest warship in the German Navy from World War II. So she was obviously referring to the barbecue that the sailors had at the weekend off, on the Nimitz.
Well, clearly. She was reading her battle journal, which that was mentioned in. And which you leave lying around your living room.
So that's real, right?
You're a subscriber to Battle Journal Worldly.
She reads it every week.
Yeah.
Good girl. Well done.
Paying attention to the details.
The next one, bacon over. Now, I don't remember when she said this, but clearly I was cooking bacon.
Bacon over.
And it was burning on one side.
She is a genius.
Bloody genius.
Oh, I love that girl.
The next one, Kiora Bandit. Now, we all know Kiora as the popular drink.
She didn't say Kiora Bandit.
She did. She said Kiora Bandit.
Did she? Has she said it more than once?
Never said it again.
Okay. But you logged it.
I logged it.
Yeah.
Because, Kiora. Now, why would she have known the popular drink from the 90s, Kiora?
80s, mate.
That was probably nonsense, wasn't it?
Kiora. Oogie boogie boogie boogie. Kiora. It's not.
It's just for me and my dog.
Yeah, that's the one.
That was the catchphrase. Yeah. The next one she said was, "Yeah, pickle." I believe I was handing out pickles at the time.
Did she? Were you?
No.
Or are you're embezzling?
Embezzling, yes. I'm embezzling funds.
Yeah, embezzling
from the company.
Oh. Yeah, pickle. Is she posh? Is she a posh?
Yeah,
word?
maybe.
Yeah, pickle.
Yeah, cheese? Sure. Yeah, pickle
bloody
too.
Pickle, yeah. Amazing. Bloody pickle. She's a Dulwich girl after all, isn't she?
She will be if Sam gets away.
When she was a baby. Oh, no, maybe not. She's
No.
Tulse Hill.
Tulse Hill, mate.
Yeah.
Why don't you give them out in postcode, Mark?
I mean, people aren't going to find you in Tulse Hill.
Nobody cares.
Also, nobody cares. Yeah.
The next one. Edgar Davids. Now,
fuck off.
She said Edgar Davids.
For those who are listening out there who don't know,
Dutch footballer.
The Dutch footballer.
Professional footballer from, 2000 and...
Oh, sort of late.
Yeah, he was a World Cup Dutch
He also
international.
wore a sort of set of glasses like that guy off X-Men.
Yes, famous for wearing...
shot flames out of his eyes.
For wearing sports glasses because he had an eye condition.
He did.
And why wouldn't my daughter know of the famous Dutch footballer Edgar Davids?
I agree.
The next one's a fun one. B. Savoy. Now... This is, obviously...
She hasn't said any of these things.
She said all of these things.
B. Savoy.
As soon as she says something that makes sense to me, I write it down.
B. Savoy. What? Really?
B. Savoy. So, obviously, I mean, this is a famous English sausage that you might find in a fish and chip shop in England.
But what's a bee version?
Well, it's made of bees. It's a new invention that my daughter came up with.
B. Savoy.
Yeah, it's a meat-free version of the classic English fish and chip sausage.
A honey twinge. But it wouldn't be meat-free, though, would it? Because it's made of bees.
Right, yeah. No, you're right. I'm an idiot. Twinge or tinge?
You're a twinge.
And the last one, Mark, she said this morning. Said, rubbery eel. Because eels are rubbery.
They are rubbery.
Right?
She is a genius. That's decided.
She's a stone cold genius.
Oh.
I love that baby.
Do you know what Leo said to me this morning as I was lying in bed and he was in the living room watching
I hate
cartoons?
you, Dad.
He walked into my bedroom and said, "Make me breakfast now, you fat idiot."
Now that boy is a genius.
Allaby Bedders.
Smart, let's play a track.
Let's do it, mate. I've got my dancing clogs on.
Good. Can you dance in clogs? Aren't they wooden shoes?
I believe the Dutch do.
Yeah, sure.
So this is a very exciting release, isn't it?
Well, it's a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
John Monkman.
John Munkers.
But also...
Well, some unknown artist called Pete Tong. Have you heard of him?
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her. Yeah, huge thing. I mean, Monk, as we've mentioned in the previous podcast, John's been doing huge things in the sort of deep house, techno sort of arena.
He's done several tracks with Pete Tong as well.
Yeah, incredible.
This is his latest and greatest, and it's a beauty. What is it, Mark?
It's called Placebo, or as it's otherwise known, Placebo. Hey guys, me again. I'm in Las Vegas enjoying the bright lights. Turns out last night was pretty crazy. I had a few drinks, perhaps a couple of sheets of acid. I'm now married to a beautiful Mexican lady called Juan Pablo. We're very much in love, and we're looking forward to adopting our first baby dolphin together. Viva Las Vegas, guys!
Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas!
Okay, Mark.
Yeah, hi. Hello, Matt.
Where are you, mate?
I am outside Boots in Peckham, on Peckham High Street. Sort of staring in.
Okay, lovely.
Assessing where
Oh no, we lost him.
Well is.
We did lose you for a second
Yeah,
there.
I think I've spotted it.
All right, let's hope this...
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I hope the connection holds up. All right, I want you to go inside and find, the person at the pharmacy counter, or it's the back of the shop on the left, or maybe someone wandering round.
Yeah.
And
going in. I need to ask.
I want you to say, "Hi, I've got my partner on the phone. We have some problems at home, and I need some options on lubrication." and then maybe just go into love gel, preferably stimulating.
Okay.
And ideally ask to be shown where they are.
Okay.
Okay.
I might have to wait.
So I got my partner on the phone. We've got some problems at home, and I need some options on lubrication, love gel, etc. Preferably stimulating. That's very important.
Sure. There's a lady. I have to wait in the queue.
At the pharmacy counter or the till?
Yeah. There's a specific. There we go.
Is there anyone around?
And I'm going to go to. Okay, right.
Okay.
This lady here. Hi. I've got some problems at home. I have my partner on the phone. Need to look at what options you have in terms of served gel, love gel. I don't know what it's called.
Stimulating.
Preferably stimulating. Is that right?
Yeah.
Would you be able to run through? You're in the middle of checking prescriptions.
Right.
Okay. Okay, I can ask my colleague. Great. Okay.
Yeah, brilliant. Let's get a colleague on there, on the job.
Good lady over there. Great.
Is she smiling at you?
I can't. So what's... Hi. This is awfully embarrassing. I've got my partner on the phone and I've been sent down here to look at the gels there. Would you be able to help me? Yeah. So you're going to help me through this, all right?
Things happen.
There we go.
Right.
So what's the questions
you
you have?
Is there anything
Right.
preferably stimulating?
Is there anything preferably stimulating?
Yeah. Tingling.
Okay.
Tingling. Would
Ting-
tingling do?
Tingling's good.
Perfect light.
Now, are they safe to use with a variety of toys?
Are they safe to use with a variety of toys?
Yes, if they're waterproof.
Yes, if they're waterproof, apparently.
Will they stain at the bed sheets?
Will they stain the bed sheets?
The flavoured ones might.
The flavoured ones might.
That was a question. What flavours are available, please?
What flavour? There's saucy strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's the only flavour.
I think that's it. We're good. That's all we have.
No cinnamon.
No cinnamon?
No.
No cinnamon. It's a
Do
new
you-
one.
Are any of them?
Christ.
Are
Sorry.
any of them more fun? Do they glow in the dark?
Do they glow in the dark?
None of them.
No, apparently not.
And
That's my knowledge anyway.
Strawberry flavour. Anyway, go on.
and do the instructions advise on any application methods?
Do the instructions advise on any application methods? Perhaps a spoon or a ladle? A ladle or some kind of...
No.
No?
Okay.
How you want to use
Yeah.
them.
All right. Final
And-
question.
Final question.
If this doesn't work, can I return it?
If this doesn't work, can we get a refund? No. Okay. That's a no there. Well, thank
Okay.
you very much for your help. That's you've been very helpful.
Can you just say as
Thanks.
well, I was supposed to
Yeah.
also buy some chocolate, but I don't deserve it because I've been a bad boy.
I can't. She's gone now.
Okay. All right. Just get out of the shop, Mark. Well done.
Yay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, darling. Bye.
All right. Get back
All right.
here.
Well, that was a success.
My name's Trent from the stock market. When I'm not having multiple affairs with my secretaries, I listen to Allaby Bedders in bits. Sell!
So, another tune, Mark. This one is off my next EP, S.W.I.M Part 3, released on 29th of October.
Indeed.
On Nanu Records.
Nanu Records.
Or Nano Records.
Nano, yeah,
For
no.
people who don't understand, we're joking. And this is my, I wrote this as the big sort of end of my set tune for the summer.
Yeah.
And it's actually one I've been working on for a few years, but I couldn't quite get it right. But here it is finally, ready to go. And I don't know, what do you think, Mark?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, for me, this is one of the biggest tracks you've written, mate.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
No, it's an absolute annihilator, this one. Yeah, I've played it a few times out, and yeah, it
Did the trick?
It beyond did the trick. I got excited sober in my living room. This absolutely killed the
There you
dance
go.
floor.
This it's an endorsement from Bedders.
Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Black Sands by Allaby. Please join me in taking your tops off. Hey guys, me again. I've just been out in Peru carrying out an ayahuasca ceremony. I went on a journey through time, space, and sexual energy. My soul was left cold and naked on the ground. I dug into my soul with my cold, bare hands. And what did I find? My fingers. And then I was sick on the lady next to me. So, we have, after obviously Azora and Boom kick off, we've got all the people with, dare I say it, a little bit of money, and obviously everyone who lives in America, heading off to a little festival called Burning Man.
Okay.
Obviously, it looks like a very utopian, idyllic sort of place.
Apart from all of the sand and the hotness.
Sand, hotness. Now, one thing you may not have considered to be an issue is people pooing in the desert.
Sure.
Yeah?
Did they not have portaloos there?
This is it. At the moment, there are 1,700 portaloos in Burning Man. Okay. There is a problem, though. They're not scattered literally everywhere you look. So you'll be in the middle of the desert one minute. You will have had maybe a couple of American disco biscuits, or...
You've had a curry the night before.
You've had a curry from the local sort of, Burning Man curry shop, and you get caught short. Now, what a lot of the people do is walk out into the desert,
Dig a hole.
That's
what I would do.
Smash out a turd in the, in the middle of the desert, like some kind of scene from Casino or Goodfellas.
Yeah, just drop one off.
In
the desert.
and then bury it like some kind of
Casino.
bury it like some kind of nervous cat. Now, obviously, yeah, when people are caught short and they're a bit high, they may not go to the effort of actually doing the proper cleanup.
Right.
There are 1,700 porta potties within the Burning Man area.
For 100,000 people.
Exactly. Now, the Burning Man sort of staff or volunteers have had to fish out of those portaloos some pretty weird shit. Anything from, obviously, human waste down to a burnt mattress, a full roast chicken,
Right.
and thousands of cigarette butts and baby wipes.
Right, sure.
Okay, so in response to this, the Burning Man volunteers are going to be encouraged to hand out, now I don't know whether you would do this or not, poop bags.
Okay.
So just like you're taking...
Hang on, you shit in a bag. Is that about the size of it?
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay.
Yeah, so for those of us, our friends going out to Burning Man, which there are a lot,
You may be handed a bag on the way in.
You're going to be handed like
a couple of bags.
You might want to, if you've got a dog, maybe just bring your dog's poop bags with you, because you're going to be encouraged to curl one out into a
dirty boy.
You're there, maybe you're seeing like, I don't know, who would be there, Carl Cox, or you're seeing Perfect Stranger on the Hooligan Alley. Shout out to the Hooligan Alley lot there, by the way. Hi, Hooligan Alley. You're at Hooligan Alley, you're dancing away to...
Sure, they're really happy being involved in this
Oh,
link.
yeah, they don't give a shit, do they? Dancing away to a fucking Perfect Stranger. There's lasers shooting out of an aeroplane cockpit.
Utopia.
And you turn to your girlfriend and you say, I've really got shit. And you just walk 10 paces away. Your girlfriend goes, Steve, chases after you.
You're called Steve.
Walks round the corner. You're there crouched with a plastic bag hanging off your arse.
Have they got any plan in terms of the opening of this bag? I mean, do you just have to open it yourself?
You'd hope it'd be like some kind of like sandwich bag that your mum makes for you.
But a sandwich bag might be quite difficult. You'd need to pinch the sides to make sure it opened properly.
What you don't want to do is trap air in there, because that's the age-old thing where it bursts.
What you want is a good old school UK rubbish bag. Nice big opening.
Lovely.
Sit over the top of it.
But it's not. The problem with that is it's too big.
Bombs away.
Bombs away, yeah. My issue with that is...
It's too big, you're
and
right.
where do you put it?
And it's a waste of plastic,
Where do you put it, Matt? You're walking around a festival...
That's right, with a big rubbish bag.
Full of your own poop in your bag. What if you say, have you got any, I don't know, pills? You reach like, no worries. You pull out your hand and it looks like you've put your hand in some kind of Nutella jar.
Chocolate mousse.
I'm really sorry if you're listening at home and you're eating your dinner, by the way.
This is disgusting.
It's a bit disgusting. But anyway, so those of you who go to Burning Man, maybe prepare yourself, because you might need to have some sort of doggy style.
Maybe take your
bags.
own purpose-built bag.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be handed some horror show on the way in.
Either that or some kind of spade.
Yeah. That really is all you need. What you need is one of those utility belts.
Yeah.
Little mini spade clipped on the side.
It's called a trowel.
A trowel, there you go.
Yeah.
Garden trowel.
Garden trowel.
Clipped on the side of your utility belt. You're sorted then.
Isn't Burning Man all about sort of exchanging sort of skills and goods and that kind of thing? There's no money involved.
I don't know, mate.
That is, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Don't get annoyed.
No, I'm not.
We sounded annoyed.
I'm not annoyed.
I don't know, mate.
I don't know, mate. I'm just saying I've never been
That's what it's
there.
about.
Okay.
So maybe, like, if I go, that could be my skill. That could be...
What, you're going to be shit, man?
Yeah. Just have a little sign, like, need your poop burying. Allaby Bedders.
Ooh, we're going to play a tune now.
Oh.
It's quite minimal, but very saucy.
It's very saucy indeed. This is by an artist called, I can't pronounce it, Methame.
Methame?
M-E-T-H.
No, it's M-A, isn't it?
Methame.
Methame. Okay.
Anyway, the track is called Fade Into You.
It's a beauty.
Just close your eyes and sway.
Hi, Noisily Festival Radio here. What's your name and what are you doing here at the party?
My name's Jane. Hi. I run the Sacred Healing Space here at the festival. It's an area where we can all meet up with friends, we can share, we can give, we can receive, and most of all, we can experience the vibrations that are travelling around the festival together as one.
What does any of that mean?
I have absolutely no idea.
And now it's time for the news.
And now the news with Bedders.
What's the news, Bedders?
Police in the south of England have devised a dictionary to connect with the youth culture of today in the south of England.
Okay, so how are they struggling with the youth culture?
They're not connecting, Matt.
Right.
We're not connecting with the youth.
In a linguistic fashion.
You know, as opposed to us who are just totally on it with the youth of today.
You know that, mate.
Yeah,
Fist
man.
bump.
Fist bump there. Ow.
Sorry.
Ow. So, yeah, the police in the south of England have devised a dictionary of youth culture terms or language, which they hope will help them with studying, connect with the youth that they pass on their daily beat. What I want to do is list off a few terms that they've devised.
Oh, so you're going to get interactive with the news here. You're actually going to...
Well, this is it. It's, this is like when you watch the news and they have those graphs that come up on the screen. Okay. This is kind of interactive news.
Brilliant.
Press the red button if you... whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so... I'm going to list off a couple of names or words or whatever that they've put in their dictionary, and you have to tell me what you think that means.
Right, okay, I got you.
Okay, so we're going to start off with beef ting, fam.
Beef ting, fam.
Yes.
Well,
it's not something from a Chinese restaurant.
Okay, fine. Beef ting, that is a... ting is thing, fam is friend or family.
Share, yep.
The beef, I'm not sure of. Oh, hang on. Ooh. Beef is a beef that you have with someone.
Correct.
So that is argument thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, within either within the family or he's saying fam. Go on. In he's saying it to a friend colloquially.
According to the police in the south of England, this is starting an argument.
Brilliant. All right.
Okay. We'll move on with Peng.
Allaby, down with the youth. Peng.
We're going to move on with... Yeah,
Peng is from the Pengus Munch. So that Peng is...
Well, okay.
We all know of Peng from the Pengus Munch, the
chicken connoisseur videos that we watch regularly.
Yeah, we love.
By the way, guys, if you're on YouTube, type in chicken connoisseur. Spelling connoisseur might be a difficulty, but if you can get it spelled, check out chicken connoisseur. It's really funny. Anyway, Peng.
So Peng it means the greatest thing, like something fantastic.
Great, yeah. Similar. Good or attractive.
Good or attractive, yeah. Nice, really good.
Roadman.
Roadman. That's not a man who works as a highway maintenance officer.
It's not. Okay. It's not. Carry on.
Roadman.
Roadman.
Is that a man who's been around a long time?
Possibly.
Who's walked the road?
You're not down with the kids.
I am down with the kids.
We really can't say that. I mean, I live in Brixton. It's, there are some proper kids here. Right, so roadman, according to the South of England police, is a teenager who involves themselves in smoking the weed.
Right.
No education, puffer jacket, man bag, act hard on a bike. I think that's it, according to the South of England police.
Act hard on a bike.
Yeah, acting hard on a bike, puffer jacket. I mean, if you said this to them, they would probably kill you.
Literally a man just hangs out on a road. Is that the...
Basically.
Okay.
Awful. I don't think they're as connected as they think they are. Ting.
Ting? Thing?
No.
Okay, tell me then.
Sexual relations.
Ting.
Ting. She's a buff ting.
Right.
Do you get me?
Yeah, but that's still thing, isn't it?
Okay, all right.
What is that ting? That's not what is that sexual relation.
I don't understand
this.
On.
I think the police have got this all wrong.
Moving on. Feds/Popo.
Feds is police.
Yeah, easy that one. Goat.
Goat's greatest of all time.
Oh, you got it. I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
FOMO.
Well, we discussed this on a previous podcast. It means inappropriate erection. That's in the Allaby Bedders dictionary.
Yeah, fear of missing out. Okay, this one is, this is to ensure that the police don't trip up on this. I mean, you're going to know what it is, but they didn't.
Go on.
Stormzy.
Stormzy's a grime artist.
Yeah, he's a grime artist. They wrote, not the weather.
They basically said, we don't know what this means, but it's not the weather.
Yeah, exactly. Someone wrote in on this article on I guess on the Twitter feed, and came up with their own little sort of, I guess, conversation using all of these terms, which sort of tickled me. So I'm going to read it out.
Lovely.
Wagwan bruvs, we got a call that there was some beef ting and the popo. Wagwan bruvs, we got a call and there was some beef ting and the popo got the FOMO, so we coming through. I think you all seem like the goat fam, and it would be peng if you could just get along and stop acting like roadmans. Swear down, blood.
That's poetry.
Yeah.
Oh, put your headphones on. Right, we're going to play a track now, Mark. I'm almost a bit gutted to give this one away because it kind of, well, I think went under the radar. No one plays it anymore, and I play it in almost every techno set I do.
It's from the secret stash, isn't it?
It is, mate.
Yeah.
And it's from, I don't even know how long ago, but at least 4 or 5 years.
At least. Maybe 20.
Probably not.
No, more like 4.
Yeah. But it's an absolute beauty by one of my favourite acts. What is this track, Mark?
This track is called Choice by Astronevo. All right.
I'm Morgan Freeman. When I'm not out raving with all my friends, I like to recline back in my chair with my 2 dogs, bowl of muesli, and listen to Allaby Bedders. I'm Morgan Freeman.
All right, then.
All right. So Matt.
Yeah.
I was on Beatport the other day.
You're joking.
I bloody was, yeah. I was on there. I was looking for tunes because gigs coming up and that.
Yeah.
Busy DJ, you know how it is. Jetting around the world.
Yeah.
And anyway, I was looking through the techno stuff and, you know, obviously looking through the psytrance bits.
Sure.
And one thing really stood out to me. The psytrance names, the names of tracks and artists.
Okay.
Are ludicrous.
Yeah. Always have been. Yeah.
Just, I mean, you know, some of them are quite funny, but generally there's a big difference between, you know, maybe techno.
Well, techno is probably overly serious. I tend to go down that route. Probably, I'm sort of guilty of that overly serious names sometimes. But there is like, I guess, across the whole industry, you have a couple of jokey names here and there.
Yeah.
But the percentage of,
it's much higher.
Of joke or pun names on the trance scene
is
insanely,
it really imbalanced.
It's very, very imbalanced, yeah.
So, I mean, you know, you come up with your own track names, and I know you've got like a pad or a list with potential track names.
I do. I have a little book. And
you got a little book with your track names.
Yeah,
and what have you.
anytime, whatever, in life, something just pops up, I'll just jot something down in a little book so I can...
So, I mean, even Mean Son, we refer to your little...
Yeah. So you can finish a track and not have any idea what it's called. Go through your little book, pick something that sounds kind of suitable, and there you go.
Yeah.
Bobby Dabs.
Hollywood was mine, by the way, just for the record.
Right.
So anyway, I thought with, you know, the fact that we make music in mind, I thought I'd start my own little notebook with my own little list of potential track names. Okay, but what I want to do by means of just testing out how effective these names are, I want to sort of mix them together with names that I've researched on Beatport.
Okay. So are you trying to test how effective they are or how ludicrous they are?
Exactly. Or whichever way you want to see.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to list off track names.
Yeah.
And I just want you to reply with Bedders or Psy.
So so these are all from the psytrance scene?
Yeah, these are all from the psytrance scene.
Brilliant.
Or from me.
Okay.
You won't know. What you need to do is just say Bedders or Psy.
Right, okay.
Just to guess who came up with that.
I like it.
Yeah, okay. So, and then I will know whether I'm sort of mixing up with the big boys or not, and whether I'm capable of sort of fitting in with these guys or not.
Come up with quality tune names.
Oh, you name it. Right, so we're going to kick off with Dirty Tackle.
Okay. Now, so are you going to give me one name at a time or two names and I have to decide which one is you?
I'm just going to list them off track name by track name, and each time I do that, You're going to say Bedders or Si, and I'll tell you.
Go for it.
We'll just go. We're riffing.
Let's
We're
riff
riffing.
Let's do this.
We're going to kick off with Snorkel Blaster.
That's really difficult. Immediately.
Straight in. It could be me.
It could. Oh, right. I'm going to say Snorkel Blaster. I'm going to say that is Bedders.
Incorrect. That is a real Psytrance release from Space Cat and Raja Ram on Tip World.
I mean, two of the great...
Yeah. Well, they've got a real vault of funny names on Tip World.
Okay.
Big respect to them, by the way.
Yeah. Two of the great namers of tunes.
Two of the great namers.
As well as players of tunes.
Okay. So we're then going straight in with Namaste. Is it me you're looking for?
That's Bedders.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good, though.
That's good. You like that?
Yeah, that should go in the actual book.
Yeah. That's Lionel Richie rip off that one.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, here we go. We're coming straight in with Astral Pancakes.
That's Bedders.
No,
No
incorrect.
way.
Astral Pancakes is the almighty hallucinogen.
Oh,
yeah.
brilliant.
So we're doing well, actually. At the
This is
moment.
great.
Yeah.
I'm loving this.
Okay.
Yep, I'm ready.
You know what? When I play my next DJ set, I feel like I want to play Smells Like Hummus Spirit.
That's Bedders.
It's not. It's Skarsy.
This is how ridiculous.
Skarsy. What a wonderful sight. What a wonderful scene.
Oh, my God.
So, I don't know. We're not keeping score here. Let's just kind of go with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm loving it. Let's do it.
All right. So, next one up.
Yeah.
Timmy Trumpet.
Well, that is a band. That is
I just threw that one in.
I mean, it is ludicrous.
I just threw it in because it's so
ridiculous.
silly human.
Yeah. Silly Timmy.
Simmy Tilly? Silly Timmy. Okay. Crispy, fluffy, lumpy bumps.
I'm going to say, because of how many I've got wrong so far, I'm going to say that's real. That's Si.
No, that was me.
Fucking hell. This is really difficult.
I know, because they are crazily silly. Okay, here we go. Jack's cheese and bread snack.
That's Si.
Correct.
Yes,
That is by Ott and the All-Seeing Eye.
Right, brilliant.
You might know this one actually. Sergeant Pepper's Off His Face.
Bedders.
Yeah. Yay. We're doing well here.
Yeah.
Harry Blotter.
Si.
Correct. That was by Texas Faggot.
Wow.
Which is a really strong name.
That's a strong name in the current climate.
Sorry, maybe shouldn't even say that, but it's an artist name.
It's a name.
Zebras are funky horses.
Si.
Me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm good at this.
You know, if you just shorten that down to funky horses, that could be either a Bedders track or a Tongue and Groove track.
Dancing with Gaddafi.
That's good. I like that. Bedders.
Incorrect. Infected mushroom.
Oh, well done, infected mushroom.
Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic.
Well, that's a Beastie Boys track.
That's the Beastie Boys, yeah.
I've got that album on vinyl.
Correct. So what do you think, Matt? Do you think I can mix it with the big boys in terms of naming tracks?
I think you've done really well there, Mark.
Thanks, mate.
I think you should start this naming book immediately.
Thanks. What should we call it? Bedders Si Names book. Good.
Yeah, I mean something pithy like that. Oh. Maybe something wittier even.
Oh, laser names.
Lovely.
Hey guys, I'm here to bring you an important message. I want to talk about climate change. Corporations around the world are burning stuff and making bad gas. It's making the world really hot. 85% of the world's population is suffering unbearable temperatures. An area the size of Australia disappears into the ocean every day. Only the other day when I was in Iceland, I saw a man punch a baby seal right in the face. It's a real shit show out there. Anyway, guys, I need to jump on board my next flight. I'm flying over to Goa, 14th flight this month. See you on the dance floor. Let's blast. What?
No business class? Oh, for fuck's sake. Better have a window seat.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. I want it to be intense.
You are intense.
I am an intense person, like sex in festivals.
Intense. Let's play a track, Mark.
Let's do it, man.
All right, this one I've played a couple of times over the summer. It's an absolute beauty. It's a track by Solomon Gray. It's called Broken Lights, and it's a remix by Joseph Ashworth.
Oh my God, I'm aroused.
Okay, let's just play it.
So the other night, me and my friend Hennes, right? We were at the party and we were listening to Allaby Bedders at the campsite. And he was like, what the fuck are these Allaby Bedders guys all about? They're not bumpy enough. So I went, let's go back to the party. And we listened to Ronkadunk. Ach, yasses, bro. He was crazy, eh?
Well, Mark, that was the end of the podcast.
Well, feeling a bit sad. It's over.
Me too, but I can't wait for the next one.
Yay!
Let's do some plugs.
Let's do it. Get your plugs out.
Follow Allaby and Music. Yeah, why not? Follow Allaby and Music. Also, while you're at it,
Just
follow Allaby Music
Yeah.
and Allaby and Bedders. And I think that's the same on Instagram and Facebook, I think, isn't it?
What is the Instagram
Yeah, it is.
one?
Just say yes.
Yes.
Yes, good. So please follow and also subscribe to the podcast and leave some comments for us as well. Something to read out on the next one. So I should probably say Allaby S.W.I.M Part 3 out 29th of October. You may even be able to pre-order it by the time this podcast comes out. On Nano Records.
Nanu.
And speaking of Nano, mate, we're going to end the podcast with
A bloody leg end.
a legend of both the trance scene and Nano Records.
Yeah.
Whose track, I believe, was rreleased by this point probably a couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago, yep. Yeah.
And hopefully we're going to have him on the next podcast with an interview.
Yeah, he's teased us. Hopefully we're going to be interviewing the legend that is Tristan. This is Summer Solstice.
Have a great month. We'll see you in bits.
Well, the seasons are changing, of course.
Is that your mum? That's the voice you do for your
that's
mum.
my mum's voice. Hi, Mum.
Hi, Mum.
She never listens.
No, neither does mine.
Fuck.
Bollocks.
Big tits.